This movie demonstrates how Lino PDM Pro works in conjunction with Tacton Design Automation, using this sectional door as an example. We load the master assembly in Solidworks and start the Tacton configurator. As you will see soon, this door can be configured in many ways. Let's set a new clear width of 4500 mm and change the clear height to 4 meters. Now we want to have the windows in certain sections of the door. We choose the sections 1, 2 and 7. Additionally, we want to have a pass door, for which we set a width of 900 millimeters. Finally, we start the update with this button, and in no time at all, the desired changes are executed. We now see the windows in sections 1, 2 and 7, as well as the desired door. In order to reconfigure exactly the same sectional door assembly later, we save the configured values in a so-called state file. Now Lino PDM Pro comes into play and helps us to find duplicates and to create documents in the PDM system. This could be done in single-step mode, but we will use the automatic mode right here. Lino PDM Pro now checks in one pass whether duplicates of the top assembly or sub-components already exist in the PDM system. If components exist, they will be swapped into the assembly in order to reuse them. Then all components that do not yet exist in the PDM system and the associated drawings will be added to the PDM system and checked in immediately. If you set the appropriate option, the system can also release the files. At the end of this process, the newly created assembly stays open. We refresh the view in the PDM window on the right-hand side and can now see which components have just been created automatically. Already here we can see that we now use the same assembly 3886 several times for the sections without windows. So Lino PDM Pro has recognized that two assemblies, which were different before we ran Lino PDM Pro, can be represented by two identical assemblies, so it avoided the creation of a duplicate. We close the derived assembly now and load the master assembly again. An experiment follows. We configure the assembly as before by loading the state file. But with one small exception, we turn off the window for section 7. We start the update again with this menu button, and very quickly we see the new result. If we now start Lino PDM Pro again, one thing is clear. Since we can now also use the already existing assembly 3886 for section 7, only the top assembly and its drawing have to be created in this run. Here it is with the number 3901. This can be seen here in the Explorer window by the timestamp of the new records 3901. All other components already exist and were automatically exchanged in the master assembly in the background. In the Solidworks part tree, we see clearly that we have now 3 times the assembly 3886 in the sections group. Likewise, the assembly 3894 could of course be reused with this single part 3893 for the first section from the previous document creation. Let's open the drawing for the single part 3893. Of course, the drawing header can also be filled with configuration information.